Hello, lovelies. I posted an episode recently about a social group that I'm in. The message, the theme of the lesson was about group settings, insecurity, first impressions, and ultimately the ability to get past those first impressions and really see who people are. I actually approached my first meeting in the social group that led to the episode very experimental. I decided to go in and observe my own feelings and reactions and found out that, first of all, I was in kind of an insecure place. I was thinking, what will they think of me? Then I said, okay, well, instead, let me think about what I think of them. And I allowed myself to glean first impressions. Ultimately, if you listen to the whole podcast, you will see that it is a lesson in acceptance, in looking deeper, and in the evolution of relationships. The very beginning of this podcast is harsh. It is. I use flamboyant, maybe not flamboyant. I use big descriptions. Sort of the cast of characters is what I called it. And it's harsh. If you listen to it in isolation, it's definitely harsh. If you take me very, very literally, it's hurtful. I can see that. But if you listen, I truly believe in the message of the episode. I got so many messages from people thanking me for this specific episode, for everything it touches on. The self, on judgment, social situations, even the very brief conversation about race. I believe in the episode because of the response I've gotten to it. But I also know how much power words have. And I know that those first couple of minutes that these women listened to hurt them. It hurt them enough that they turned it off. I hope, I have requested, I hope that they will listen to the whole thing, that they will give their first reaction a chance to be softened, much like all of our first reactions to people are softened, right? When we meet people, we have first impressions. When we see new things, we have first impressions. If we hold on just to that, the book by its cover, right? Then we'll be missing the beauty underneath. I hope that they will listen. I hope that they will accept my deep, heartfelt apology for hurting them, because that is never my goal. And beloved, I hope that reaching out will work. You've heard me say many, many times that relationships require fearless listening, fearless communication, and also the willingness to be uncomfortable. Well, right now I'm pretty uncomfortable. I've reached out to everyone involved. No one has responded, but I did reach out. I'm hoping that this can lead to deeper relationships. I know that may or may not be true with all of them, hopefully at least with some. The sweet soul who reached out to me to see if I realized what was going on which intuitively I did, but I had no facts. I so appreciate her. If you ever had the opportunity to be like her, right? To just say, hey, I wondered if you knew this was going on. Be like her. It's okay. When I first wanted to reflect on this, I was very raw, and I sent the episode to my producer, and she said it was too apologetic. She said I didn't acknowledge that they didn't give me a chance, that they didn't listen to the whole message. I had to sit with that for a little while. But I realized that's judgment too. However, I do have to honor that their gut reaction to those first couple of minutes was strong enough that they needed to put up that boundary to say, I won't hear any more of this. I hope that as the moments pass by, that they will find themselves able to listen. And hopefully it will soften this for them. And if not, if it makes them more angry or equally angry or whatever that is, I hope if they need to, if they want to, if they're willing, that they will talk to me. This is kind of a new thing for me, you guys. I've never been one to take confrontation head on unless it was necessary. But here I am, uncharted water, saying, I really want to be y'all's friends. Let's fix this. I honor that you're hurt. Please give me the chance of listening to my message in its entirety. Give me a chance to not be who you assume I am by listening to those first few words. Give me a chance. And I promise you that what you will get in return is kindness and friendship and understanding. I sat for a while with a lot of regret about that first episode, the one that I'm referring to. At first, I thought about how do I just delete the whole thing? But a couple of people gave me some really good advice about that. Even one that I thought for sure would say, yes, take it down, said she didn't think I should. And I thought about all those people who told me that it helped them. If I took it away from those people, that wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be right either. It's at least triple, quadruple the number of people who were not happy to listen to those first couple minutes. I do believe everything happens for a reason, and I know the universe wanted me to join this group, so I know this was meant to happen, and I'm hoping for the best. I am trusting the unfolding. And when you have days that are hard and moments that are uncomfortable, when you feel misunderstood, pause for a minute. Imagine you were them. When I imagine I am them and I imagine listening to just those first couple of minutes, I can see that it is hurtful. I can see that. If I listen to the whole thing and I think about how many people it helped, I remember why I put it up. Sometimes these social interactions, sometimes these first impressions, they can ruin things. And the intention of this lesson was to say, yeah, we all give off first impressions. We all glean our own first impressions. We all can hear things on the surface that sound so shocking or bad or hurtful or whatever. But if we take them apart, if we pause, if we really think about who's saying it or what's going on, we'll find almost always that there's beauty underneath. Let's take that message with us this week, beloved. Until next time, namaste.